Jill here with Action On Site. I wanted to talk today a little bit about some of our screens we do with our new team members. So today's focus is going to be the shoulder mobility. Without further ado, let's get started.
As an Action On-Site clinician, we want to be sure that our team members are constantly working within safe parameters. In order to set the baseline, we make sure each of them have a functional movement screen. One of the movements is shoulder mobility. So we want to make sure that with a reciprocal pattern, they can reach overhead and reduce the risk of strains and sprains. With this, we like to keep everything within what we call a neutral, safe green zone. So before every single shift, we put our team members through a dynamic warm-up to make sure that they are ready for whatever that shift might give to them. Each of our new employees are screened to make sure that they can handle the working loads that will be out on the floor. We deal with some pretty hefty tires, so we want to make sure everybody's going to be safe from strains and sprains. We also make it into the office environment, and we screen to make sure that working with that mouse, different levels of desks, everybody's going to be safe. Now let's enter into my pre-screen. I'm going to start with right hand over left, reaching, making sure that I'm not trying to reach too far, but you can see that my fingers don't quite touch with that right over left. Here comes my left over right. This is my tough side. I'm a little restricted here. I've been practicing today, so it actually looks pretty good. So a quick drill that we can do, which will help with motor control. So I'm gonna get on the ground, feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna turn my fingers towards my gluteals, and I'm gonna lift my hips as far as possible. So yes, this is going to activate my lower extremities, but watch what my arms are doing. I'm going into full extension. My rotator cuffs are really having to support me, and my scapulas are having to come around that thoracic area to make sure that they move to support that body weight. So here's my post screen. You can see my right over left, the ones that were almost touching, now they can kind of grip each other. So that's fantastic. And now my left over right, my tough side, now they are going to touch. So I'm going to do this before any overhead activity to keep from strains and sprains.
So typically if we get a team member who is lacking shoulder mobility, we'll always go to stretching. We'll get the softball out, we'll get into their pectorials, we'll get the lacrosse ball out, we'll get it going in between the scapulas, maybe even get out the green TheraBand, the famous green TheraBand, and do all types of movements with the arms and try and stretch that area to gain more mobility. But if we can do a simple drill before we move into overhead work or exercise, getting the body to intuitively turn on and gain better motor control with that full extension, right? So a lot of times it's lacking the ability to touch in between the shoulder blades. Maybe this is the game changer. So give it a try, let us know how it works, and remember, stay happy and healthy.
Here's a bonus dynamic movement you can do throughout the day for that forward head posture. It's a vagus nerve hack. We're gonna do it, it's the trapeze twist. Do this every time you get up from the sitting position. Changes the muscle tone through the traps while opening up the chest. It will lead to immediate change in posture and improve breathing mechanics. The forward head posture can restrict blood flow to the brain, resulting in symptoms such as insomnia, depression, anxiety, or even mental fatigue. The exercise will not only target the key muscles involved in the stress breathing, but it'll also change the tension through the carotid sinus, which is innervated by the vagus nerve. Changing the tone of the vagus nerve will induce relaxation response. Hope this helps. Have a great day.